So good morning everyone. I'm live now on YouTube. So sorry I had a bit of challenge trying to open my trading view. So I'm now going to use another source to power it. But we are here. Let's get started. This is just past 10 a.m. See what we can do now. So please help me. So guys, help me share this link around to your trading community so they can take advantage of this session. I'm live. Let's go straight into the market. Where you are joining and connecting from. So welcome everyone. I can see everyone connecting from. Welcome guys, welcome everyone. Please drop some fire emoji and so less money will be. Everyone, please let's have more people join us on this session. You can send the link to your trading community on your status and all that. So right money will be made today. Let me know your name and where you are joining and connecting from. Money will be made today. 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 So let's get into the session. Let's get right, everyone. I believe everyone today. I can see my people joining from everywhere. From all all right, yeah. Good morning, Michael. Good morning, Henry. Good morning, Divine. Let's right into the session. So today is Wednesday. We are getting to the last days of the month, and we have a couple of things we are going to be looking out for today. Let me share my screen. Let's see these things. So before I will go ahead. So today is Wednesday. Today is Wednesday 30th, and we have a couple of high impact news that you should pay attention to. USD by 115 and also 130. We also have something to pay attention to on card by 2:45 p.m. And also FOMC is today. FOMC is today. So let's see how we position in the market to make money today. FOMC is today. So let's see how we position today and capitalize on the move the market will be presenting to us to make good money. Right. So okay. Hey, yeah. Okay. Okay, guys, let's go into the charts. So I can see the comments rolling. I'm seeing some, yeah. one of these days coming very soon, big giveaway, and I'm sure that people who have been following would and all that. So yeah, something good is coming. So today I'm very hopeful for the trades that we are going to be taking to the analysis. And let me just say this beforehand: if we are going to hit TP on Instagram, when you are making your post, you handle on Instagram, just search the AKAHUWA one. You're gonna see Instagram. So tag a request, follow me on Instagram. So meaning of value and all that to be dropping. And on this channel, I've started loading property 2 videos. So one should be posted this week, and every subscribe to this YouTube channel. I mean, these persons are doing it now. As when that one channel had joined, the road 100 one day will 70K on this channel. So that's that. So I leave disclaimers on before we go ahead into the chat. First, you are not under any duress or obligation to take every trade that I call out for you. So just in case you have gotten to the marks of whether your profits or your loss, you can decide not to engage with us on the trade. And two, just in case you feel the analysis doesn't sit well with you or your perspective to the market, you are free not to take the trade. And I'm very hopeful for the analysis and all that. So each trade that I analyze, even if I'm not trading that pair as it were, I'm going to enter the trade. Of course, I'm not here to just give you guys signal to make money and not make money with you guys. So I'm very hopeful for the signals and the trade. So last week, we did several analyses and we finally came out with 2 signals, 2 proper signals. I sent them out with pending order. I think it was with pending order, and the 2 of them got triggered, and we went in profit, massive profit, beautiful trade. First one, I put a take profit target at about 1:4. You hit TP and even did like 1:6 or so, but then 1:4, we are okay with that. The other one puts profit target of 1:3. It delivered and kept going, but then we are okay with that. So I'm very hopeful again today. And the next disclaimer I would like to leave out with us is, guys, do proper risk management. So last week trade and all that, then today we'll just go haywire on our chat. So guys, do well, apply proper risk management and all that. Apply proper risk management. In as much as I'm very of today's trade and engagement, but then I'm of the opinion and of proper risk management practices in the market. So yeah, so do well to apply proper risk management. Please guys, help me reach out to more persons that something is happening on this channel. So we are going to be into the market to see the opportunities that the market will be presenting to us. So before I go personally, let me have pay from us. You can just type it out on the comment. Let me have pairs of suggestion. Yeah, so I can see my people connecting and joining from everywhere. Yeah, so let me know your pair so we can begin from there. Pair of suggestion. Mm. And begin from there. Suggest it's let's I, I can see UJ, I can see EU, GU. Yes, okay. EU. Oh, all right. So let's start from there. Just a moment. Let me show you in a moment what the market to do for us today. My screen. Let's. All right. So this is USD JPY. Let me take. So USD JPY. I'm starting the analysis of. So USJPY is still, we can see that the market is still on an uptrend. However, because it's an uptrend, does just start buying now. So the market moves in fractal nature, that goes down. And what we are having here is looking like a retracement to tap into a key level before we go ahead to start buying again. So this is 4 hours time frame. This is perspective to the market. So what I'm looking at is the market making a gentle retracement. So let's go to 1 hour time frame, observe what is happening here, and see a potential opportunity that the market will be presenting for us. Then we can consider it whether for a buy or a sell. But however, on a bigger time frame perspective, the market is still very bullish. But then let me, this is the last high that we have here. Let me use this. Okay. So now what are we looking at here on UJ? So as of yesterday, Monday, I looked out for this pair to break and retest this point then before we keep buying to the upside. Then that happened, that happened and this off. So at the moment now, what am I looking out for on UJ? So what I'm looking out for on UJ is, now we have here, pay attention to these guys. We have this break or structure to the upside here. This is now an OB, but I'm not comfortable with it. I'm not comfortable with entering for a buy at the moment from this region. Let me go to 15 minutes time frame. So this is a point I would consider to have a buy. I'm just looking at it and double checking it very well. So now at the moment, I won't be considering for a buy until the market gets to this point. And remember, guys, we have a news coming out today. So since we have news coming out today, I won't be considering a pending order here. I won't be considering a pending order. I would rather wait, let the market come to this, let the market come to this point, make a reaction on this point. Then if this level is going to be holding, then the market will tell us, then we can enter for a buy. So I'm taking out time to make this explanation because maybe when it will be happening, we may not be on this session. So we've had series of time after we had on charts is done, the chart is being broken down, and later it just happened exactly in that manner. But we may not all be on the chart to watch that happen. So I'm just taking our time to explain to you guys my perspective to this guy called USD JPY. So what I'm looking at here is still, I'm still very much bullish perspective to this guy until the market says otherwise. So if this market goes comes down a bit, I'm not considering to buy at the moment here. No, I'm not considering to buy here. So what I'm looking out for is that the markets come tap into this point, then make movement to the upside. However, until the market comes to this point, I am not going to look for any action to take. So these are things that would influence my decision to taking action on this guy. So if the market gets to this point and does not reject and keeps falling down, then I know that this level has been practically violated. But if the market comes into this point and rejects on it, maybe give a bullish engulfing candlestick pattern on a lower time frame, let's say 5 minutes time frame, then I can consider going for a long position on this guy at this area. So for this pair, until the market comes into this area, I am not going to take any action on this guy. I am not going to take any action. So I'm still looking at going long, but not at the moment. So this is what I'm looking at for on USD JPY. So let me run through the next pair that we have on the list. Okay. So someone is saying, I think they should be today. We should just do only back testing, as you said it. So I will consider it. So we will just come and it's just looking at back testing all that. So let me look at the next pair that is highlighted here. I see Euro USD EU. My EU guys. All right. So we trade the market based on what we see, not the market. Mhm. It was I think that was Monday. Looking at this point, I told my people there that this point I'm looking out for it for reaction, but I'm not going to be entering for a buy, and the market broke it. Then off. So what are we looking Euro USD? So Euro the market is a bearish sentiment until the market gets to this point. So this is another point I'm looking at possible action on this guy. Look at it. So if you look at this market very closely, this is 4 hours time, this guy. So we can see a bullish movement, consistent pattern of higher highs and all that. So here we have break of structure to the upside. So then just look at this, look at the move here, the upside retracement. Then we have this move to the break of structure here. Then we have this retracement move to the upside, giving another break of structure. So what I'm looking out for is this market retrace. It couldn't break the structure upside again. Then we have this. So this other block that sponsored this break of structure hours time frame to make movement to the upside. So that's been highlighted. So now let's now go to lower time frame to look at the movement of the market and wait for these possible areas of turning in the market. So we have this area, we have this is break of structure to the upside, and where did the push start from? So this is the area. So let's go down to 1 hour time frame to begin to pinpoint the other block that initiated down. So let's see, aside other variables to consider initiating so on 1 hour time frame, let me pick out this OB here. Okay, so this is the other block here. Saw how I marked it, and also see a fair value gap. Yeah, I can also see a fair value gap here. So let's see, let me just draw it out to full scale. Okay, good. So for USD, I'm looking at a buy from this point. So I think I will be doing 50% OB. I won't be entering at the beginning of the other block. Let me do 50% OB since this markup is on 1 hour time frame. Meanwhile, let me check this. No, I would consider doing 50% OB and I've not confirmed if you are going to have it as a pending order. But meanwhile, this is my outlook on Euro USD. So let me do this. Let me see what 30 pips looks like. Exactly. This is an overview of my speculation. Let me put it on 1 hour time frame so we can see it. So this is an overview of my speculation on Euro USD. So if this guy comes in to tap in for a buy, man, I'm going to hold life out of this guy to this. So if it comes to eventually tap in, so let me go down to our time frame again. Let's see something. Let me. So guys, just pay attention to this. This an overview of my speculation on Euro USD. But at the moment, the market hasn't gotten to it, and I'm still expecting the market to keep making movement to the downside. So question is there an opportunity in here for us to trade? So since we are looking out for the market to keep making a gentle progress to the downside to this point, then we can have a potential action to take here. So now the distance from here to here, this is like 83 pips. So my idea to the market is, if I have seen that the market is heading to this point, and of course this particular buy is not something I'm looking at the moment. So that means that I'm looking at now the market to keep making gentle progress to this point. So if you look at the higher perspective of the market, you can see that the next possible zone the market is heading is this one. So is it possible to look out for where to join the sell from? So that's what I'm looking at here. Let's look at the market together. So we have here to the downside on this time frame, the market is bearish. So let's see this. Let's see this. So we have news coming out today and tomorrow and on Friday. So this is my outlook for EU at the moment again. So here I would consider going short, targeting this point. Then we'll now begin to look at a buy. So let me just make 30 pips. Let me just make it 30 pips. So first, this is 1:3 arrow arrow. So you can take a screenshot of this. I'm looking out for a sell from this point, pending order sell from this point, and I'm looking at the market going by when it gets to this point. So let me put it on 1 hour time frame. So just look at my perspective to this guy. I believe you can see this. So just that we are expecting, yeah, just that we are expecting a news coming out today in by 1:15 and be 1:30, and also FOMC coming out today. So but my outlook for Euro USD at the moment, for us to sell down first, is for us to sell down first. So maybe when we are done with analysis, I can consider to give a pending order on this as it were from here. So but then let me keep looking at other pairs. Let me put a mark on this, mark of ownership on this. Let's kill the market, guys. So what we do is just to analyze and wait for the market to come to us, then we execute from there. Okay, so let me look at GBPJPY. So you can see it's real charts, raw chart that we are trading. So set up every one of us will see it. If there is no setup, then that's it. And NFP is this week. So the markets some of the time will just be somehow the NFP. So let me take off this stuff, do a proper analysis so everyone can understand. So yesterday I was on a live trading session with my private community. So that's where we had all this analysis, took out time to explain to them my thought process on GJ, why action should be taken at what point and all that. So let's go over it again. Let me take off all these markups, then run a proper analysis for us so that over and above the fact that money is going to be made, then my idea also is so that you come to this session and leave with something definite in the area of knowledge and all that. So let's start. H4. Let's start with 4 hours time frame. Okay, let me even go on daily to show you something. So look at this daily time frame. Look at the highest points here. This is the last high, and I put a mark on it. Now let's see what happens here. First, the market has tapped into it. So let's see 4 hours time frame and begin to do a proper top-down analysis from there. So we can see that GJ here is looking somehow. Is not is just moving sideways and all that. But then this now the kind of market you now have to pay attention to details so you can know what to do. So price got to the highest point here, and we have this. The market started pushing to the downside. So instead of giving us a new higher high, the market broke structure to the downside, which is change of character to the downside at this point. Case one. Now, this broke structure to the downside, and now at having another structural break to the downside at this point. So until this happens, everything happening here is still internal structure. So let's go ahead, let's go into smaller time frame. Let's go into 1 hour time frame and observe what price is doing within this area. So this is the break of structure to the downside, and considering this area as where the push started, you see the market tapped into it and still fell to the downside. So question is, where are we on this guy? What are we looking out for as the next possible move? So I would have been comfortable to look at this. If this guy keeps breaking to the downside, then we can potentially have this to keep moving to the downside. But then if I draw out this, it's just going to be like an imagination. So it's better would a live price to print out what he wants to do, then we come to it from there. So the moment on GJ, I really do not see anything to do here personally on GJ. I don't know, but personally on GJ, is nothing I'm looking at doing on GJ at the moment. Everything happening here is still on internal structure. So I won't consider this saying that the market would come back to this point as other block and will keep selling. No, tendencies are high that if it breaks through, it's going to keep going up. So but for me as a day trader, I will just patiently observe what price is doing within this area, then I can look at what to do from there. So it's possible to have this, the market breaks through this point, then retrace it and will target to the upside here. So these lines here are more like a power line for me that I hope to have markets make reactions on it. So it may not be on the point, but the market makes reaction around it. So if this guy goes up, retraces, I can go in for a buy to target the next level here. But at the moment, I'm not seeing any possible action to take on GJ. So what and the way we trade the market is to analyze, and until you see a clear reason to take any action before you are going to take that action. So for now on GJ, to take any action, whether to go in for a buy or for a sell. So on cases and on leave the pair and look at other pairs. Of course, we have can possibly trade from. So for this guy on GDPJPY, I'm not seeing anything on it. Let me know. I want to also thoughts on GJ. What do you guys think? What are you looking at? Is anybody buying or somebody is selling now on GJ? Or can anyone say something on GJ? I want to I want to hear what we have to say on GJ, because for me, I'm not seeing anything to do categorically now on GJ. Whether to go in sell, I'm not seeing any of those things at the moment. So let me go to and let me okay, I can see. Okay, let me respond to this first, then we'll proceed from there. Weekly charts on G. Okay, let me check it, then I can say something on that. Weekly charts on weekly. All right, so weekly charts on GJ. Okay, so if look at weekly charts, we can see that the market is so possible targets into this point, this targets here, the market. But however, the market does not just move in a straight line and it sells. So we can as well also have a retracement to any point before we have the market keep buying. But look at the point that we are going to be expecting to. This is based on weekly time frame perspective to this market. Depending on the time frame you interact with the market with, I may not see the reason why I should go as far as weekly time frame, unless I just want the overview of the market before I would consider weekly time frame. So weekly time frame are basically for people who are swinging in the market and who are interacting with the markets based on a higher time frame perspective. So but as a day trader, I really I should go to weekly time frame. So that's just it. So that's where understanding is very important and key. So who starts from weekly time frame daily to see what is happening, and from 4 hours at least going down to 1 hour time frame to find entry. But for me, my analysis most of the time starts from I will begin to look at 1 hour, then begin to march down to even 5 minutes to take my trade. So it's so for this guy on GJ guy, this guy called GJ. So what I'm looking out for on that weekly time frame, looking at the market making progress too. They most likely going to be a retracement level before the market keeps buying to that point, because it doesn't just move straight like that. The market moves in fractal. It goes by and retraces. It meant that once is we are still considering the market still going aggressively bullish, but the time the market cannot tell. Yeah, really cannot tell. So let me go next. So Mr. Solomon, I don't know, does this attempts to answer what? Okay, so personally, I think looking for a buy is better because the let me look. So because the daily high and back to this as a yeah, as strategic anyways confirmation is needed. Yeah, right, great. So that's it. We'll just be open to it. So for at the moment on it. So it's just when you analyze and you don't see any reason to take action, then you just leave the market and hopefully come back the next time where you can see something very clear to work with. Yeah. So let me NZDCHF, then we'll see if we'll begin to tie it off from there. Let's hopefully we are going to have something to go with today. NZDJPY, sorry, NZDCHF, NZDCHF. Okay, I really do not trade this guy, but if I analyze it and I find a trade on it, then I'm in. I'm in. So NZDCHF, this is on a daily time frame. So look at the alignment of the markets, bearish. So, however, let's see clearly. So this point is the last low marked out. Now, let's see 4 hours time frame. So I was stretching left hand sideways to see if there is any level or any zone to pay attention to. So look at this closely. Look at this. So nothing, no level as to say, okay, this is a level that the market is coming to tap into before it change direction or whatever. So this even on weekly time frame, nothing. So the market is just position downward, putting his dead down, just making progress to the downside. So let's now this from 4 hours time frame. Since we have gotten the last point the market went and all that, so let's see now. This is the last low, and let's come to here to observe what happened here. So the last low, and here we have this some small change of character to the upside. We have this. So it even started from here, this small area, paying attention to the upper one too. So now, until the market gets here, then we'll now look at something to do here. But then this is still on 4 hours time frame. As a day trader, so this is like almost 170 pips. Okay, let's just analyze them, go down to lower time frame to look at something or whatever we can do on this guy. So let me mark out my 4 hours OB. Let me just mark it out. this 4 hours OB. Okay, 4 hours OB. Looks like the market tapped into the OB here before it even started going up. So, but then let's see how far what's going on. So let's track this. Let's analyze it very properly. So break of structure to the downside. We have another structure break here. Let me go to 1 hour and do this so we can see that what the market is doing. So this is how to read clear price action. So let's keep looking at it. Then we'll have another structure break here. Then you can see more like a tapping and push to the downside. Then this guy has already happened. So if one entered here, would have taken TP and moved on with life. So let's keep watching again. So we have this and the markets just moving to the downside. We have this. So now this break of structure to the downside, then we have here change of character here. So I think this is like a response to this. Let me see. Okay. Okay. So look at this, guys. Look at this. I'm still looking at it. So we have this break to the ups and to the downside. Okay. So I'm still making a proper analysis on this. So taking it one point at a time. Five minutes OB here. Okay, so I've gotten to these points. See what we have here. So let me put it on 1 hour time frame, explain to us, then we can see. So now I'm looking at the market making movement to the downside before it start buying. So now looking at price action, we have series of break of structure to the downside, lower high, lower lows, lower highs, and all that. So this is like this point, the market broke structure, and this is the point that initiated the break of structure here. So I'm looking at the market as it has tapped into this other block, and on this time frame gave us a change of character to the downside and is back again, but hasn't tapped into this other block. So I'm looking at the market to pick in, then push to the downside. So for this guy on NZDCHF, we'll be having a pending order, looking at a pending order at this area, this point. Okay, let me just make it 15 pips. You put your, you come to higher time frame to set your TP. Okay, this low, 60 pips. So I'm looking at this. This can serve us pending order here. Let me go to 15 minutes time frame. Observing clearly what happened here. 5 minutes time frame. Okay. So hopefully this guy comes in to trigger us. So I'm going to be putting an order here, a pending order here, NZDCHF. Let me type out the coordinates. Let's give this guy a chance. NZDCHF. NZDCHF. Let me type out the coordinates. Smith. SL. TP. So you can take a screenshot of this. Please, guys, apply proper risk management. You can take a screenshot of this. Apply proper risk management, guys. Screenshot of this. Apply proper risk management. Let me look at this other pair again. USD JPY. So guys, just understand to this guy. So this one, don't do a pending order, and we are even expecting a news today. Don't do a pending order. So just understand the moves when it's going to happen. So for Euro USD, I would also want to under here, but I'm looking at the news coming out. So you can also take a screenshot of this. You're taking a screenshot of this. I'm not going to give a coordinate, but this is my perspective to this guy. We have FOMC in anticipation today by 7 p.m. and I think we have a USD news today. So this is what my perspective to this guy is. So you can take a screenshot, watch it on your chart. If the market comes into that area or into that zone to go short, then in for a short. Okay, sorry, let me check this. Okay, let me check it. Thank you. NZDCHF watch because a trade is going to be activated here. Let me see. TPO. Thank you. I copied for SL. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. So this is typical 1:4.49. 15 pips SL, and we are targeting about is 1:4 points. So let me go back to, let me add this, it has to be here. So EU, this is my outlook for EU. So I don't want a pending order here because we have a lot of USD news that we are expecting within today and all that. So Euro USD. So coming back to go short, if the market gets to this point, then we look for opportunity. So I already taken out some good time to explain why this is my on this based on the way market and the way I trade. So and look out for this. You can take a squeeze, but no proper coordinate is coming out for this guy. But I believe that from the knowledge gotten, you can always interact with the market from it. So, okay, someone is asking me, do you trade synthetic indices? Yes, I do, but on a person, so I don't really share out signals and all that from for that. But in my private community, I can we always have interaction with synthetic indices. People that I trained in trading, and they have even started trading synthetic and trading very well. So yeah, I trade synthetic. A public scale like this is I'm known for another, but I trade synthetic indices too, but not regularly. Analysis and actions in the market is on currency pairs, but then during weekends and all that, you can dabble into synthetic market and do one or two things there. Yeah. So guys, if you're on this live training session, please do well to subscribe to this YouTube channel. And just in case you've been following and I believe that you've gotten lots of value here, and based on the knowledge that you got on this session and to come to your zone to tap you in, I would like to see the actions of the market with you on Instagram. So you can just go on IG, tag me there, let me see it and acknowledge you as one of the TP family member from Moonforest Global Community. Yeah. So please, guys, do well to subscribe to this YouTube channel and install there. Please follow me there. Yeah, for updates and all. So I've been saying proper YouTube videos are dropping on the channel. So we've started, and I believe every week the actions and motions are really already there. So a video will be uploaded this week. It will be uploaded next week. So do well to subscribe to this YouTube channel. Values are going to be dropping on the channel back to back, aside from the weekly live training session we do and engage with. So just pay attention. A lot will be happening this week. NFP is on Friday, FOMC is today, and the thing we are looking out for, is it today or tomorrow? Yeah, I know your news is happening today. So let's pay attention to the markets. If that so, if you are well informed in the markets and well positioned and aligned, is an opportunity for you to capitalize to make so much money. But then, if you are not REM or radar, you out and all that. So, but one thing I would say about this session is do well to apply proper risk management. So no matter how much you've been killing the market and all that, so don't be overly excited to begin to size up unnecessarily. So at some point, yes, you can size up, but then let it not be something that you did impulsively because you felt you won the last trade, then you size up. So if you are sizing up, let it be something you are tactically and something you are doing with a level of caution and all that. So it's good to size up, but then what I'm just saying is that don't size up impulsively or because you let me knock it better lot. No, don't do the market. So let everything you are doing have a plan to it. So this is the place we'll be wrapping up the conversation or the live training session for today. So till we meet again next time next week, keep trading and keep making money from the forex market. So the session is going to be ending now. So bye everyone. Bye. So if you want to join the private community, you can. On this video here, a Telegram link is pinned to it. A lot will be going on. Join it and join us. Let's take some profit to the moon.